Hi Scorpio, welcome to your end of December 2018 general tarot reading. It's Raina. So a train went by and it was a long one, so I wanted to make this video in relative quiet. So the heart of the matter is the King of Wands. This may be a larger than life figure. Sometimes this can be a boss, an entrepreneur, a businessman. This is all about virility. So this man could be somebody that you're attracted to. I immediately think of Leo of the fire signs. It's going to be a fire energy because it's a king. I always think of royalty. The other fire signs are Leo and Aries. Aries and Sagittarius. And this person, if you work for such a person, is a breath of fresh air in the sense that even though they are a good leader, they have that kind of, I don't know if you would call it, there's like a positivity about them where they're really encouraging you to be the best version of yourself. If this is some kind of an affair, which it could definitely be, because let's look at this challenge card. This is the Four of Wands. This can be a happy marriage, a happy home, and it's in the challenge position. So it could definitely be that this person has come along and, you know, threatened that happy home, even if it's not their fault necessarily, because you are just as attracted to them and you're right there with them. But this can also be, if you are coupled with this King of Wands, that you are having a disagreement on whether or not to buy a new home. And because of the way that they present themselves, they may have that kind of authority, or they feel like, you know, it's my way or the highway. But it's not really this thing of it being bad, like they are trying to be tyrannical. It's more like they just naturally assume leadership. So even in the home, they may be like, okay, this is what we're going to do, and they're not really consulting you about it. And so there's like this bit of a, this rift in the household. But I wouldn't be surprised if there's also some kind of a former relationship creeping up into this, because we have the Queen of Pentacles in the in the past position. So this can be an old relationship, perhaps with this person, where they share a child. And I'm even seeing here, because this is the current situation, with the Two of Cups, this can sometimes be reuniting with a former partner. And maybe that is what's threatening the home, is that he is possibly getting back with this other relationship. And if this is a work situation, what I think of, even with you could be the Queen of Pentacles in some sense of the word, where you have been maybe working at home. And if you've been raising children or something like that, and you decided to base a business from home, and the Two of Cups may be getting involved with a partner, you know, like having a partner for your company, your business, or it could even mean going back to an old employer. And perhaps that's creating tension in your home, because the King of Wands wants you at home, wants you to be that Susie homemaker. And you really want to get out of that home environment and get out into the world again. And maybe you feel like you've already set up your children for a good foundation, and now you feel like you want to have this time for yourself to explore your own goals. And there might be some clash with that. What is coming in is the Queen of Cups. Now, if there's any kind of threat to a relationship that you are in other words, if you have a partner who has told you that they are getting back together with their baby mama or something like that, the Queen of Cups is going to have you be very spiritual about it. In other words, you're not angry. And you are connected to the cups, Scorpio. Scorpio is one of those signs that, you know, the scenario that I just presented is probably the worst case scenario that you can imagine, because you do not want to be broken up with. You might even fear any kind of betrayal by a partner, and that's something that you try to do everything you can to prevent happening, including, you know, giving them the third degree and all that stuff. But I have a feeling that you're going to be philosophical about this, spiritual about this, and even I would say that you have some kind of feeling that maybe this isn't going to be permanent. Maybe some of you know the history of these two people, and perhaps you realize that the man wants to be with his children, and perhaps the woman has been kind of using the children in a way to, you know, as a way to suck him back into her life. And you might have a hunch that he's not going anywhere, that he's, or what I mean is that he'll be back to you eventually, and so you're not really worried. Because the Queen of Cups is a passive card. It's a card of going within. It's not a card of acting out. Okay? I think the reason that Scorpio gets a bad rap is that they're always talking about the worst case scenario of that unevolved Scorpio person who, in a fit of anger, keys their lover's car, does something for revenge. This is not how all Scorpios act. Some Scorpios are a lot more resilient than that, and they have a lot more confidence, self-confidence. And I take from this card a sense of self-confidence, that you have your own inner world that you can go to, that you're not reliant on any partner. In some cases, you may, upon reflection, realize that this person really isn't a family man in the classic sense. If this person is literally a fire sign, they are going to not be as domesticated as a water sign or an earth sign male. So you may always have that clash with them. Maybe you realize that they are, you know, they're workaholics, or they are always traveling, and that might have kind of caused the problems in their marriage or their first relationship with that Queen of Pentacles. And you realize that nothing has really changed. So even if she gets him back, she's still going to have to deal with him being gone a lot or something like that. And so you are kind of looking at it from maybe the spiritual perspective. Psychically, you're very in tune. The outcome, and I did pick an additional card because of this outcome, is the Three of Swords. Now, the Three of Swords can sometimes indicate a person cutting something very to the quick. Like if there's a relationship with this person that you just say, have a nice life, I wish you well. And no drama, no nothing, you're just done. And you don't call them afterwards, you don't text them, you don't go on Facebook, you just let it go. that is not, you know, the typical Scorpio person doesn't usually operate that way, but you may feel like you have to do that, that there's no other choice. So I did pick an additional card, and I got the 10 of Wands. And this, to me, if I were to look at it in the context of the reading, is that look for any... Look back on the relationship and see if perhaps you were the one that was doing most of it anyway, and that this reuniting with a former love was meant to happen, because you can't do it alone. And this person may have been, you may have been very physically attracted to them, but when it came time to really having this great relationship, it wasn't meant to be. Maybe you were hoping that you were going to get married to this person or move in, and those hopes are dashed. In terms of like any kind of professional situation, you may be working very hard. And I would also say that this may be in the healing arts with the Queen of Cups. I didn't mention that. So it could be some kind of an entrepreneurial thing with the healing arts, and you may even be going in with a partner but still doing a lot of work. Okay, Scorpio, that's what I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this. If you would like a private reading, the link is below. Have a great rest of the year. Happy New Year, happy holidays. Take care.